Hey, internet. My whole life I've been kind of, I don't know, a little like perplexed by this thing. I noticed when I was talking to some people, they seem to get really stressed out looking at it all like this. So, I had actually bought one of these for one of our little white elephant Christmases, and then it didn't get picked or whatever you call it. Um, so I decided I'd keep it and figure it out. Uh, a lot of people call this a puzzle, and it's really less of a puzzle and more of like a methodology, maybe. What it really is like an attention span. Um, what would you call it? Like an attention span tool. So I feel like a lot of people get really frustrated with it because they don't understand that it is very logical. And there's my dryer actually going into the last moments of dry. But anyway, so what I wanted to do was kind of go over some of the concepts here and just show you like in real time like what I would do. I've also had a little bit of bourbon, so this might be a bit of a challenge, but I wanted to kind of just go over it a little bit. So essentially, there's like 3 layers to it, right? And there's 6 sides. So what you're wanting to do is solve each layer. And if you just go through the methodology, it becomes just an exercise of attention. And people get messed up because they forget the little algorithm for each little section. Like, did I do it up and down 4 times, or did I do it 3 times? That's where people get messed up. And then what I also realized is when you do make a mistake, understanding how the cube works is really how you save yourself from when you make a mistake. So I might actually make a mistake going through this, and then I'll kind of show you how to, I guess, fix the mistake you make. But anyway, most people go from white side to yellow side because that's what most YouTube tutorials are. But essentially, it doesn't matter. You just go from one side to the opposite side. So white's opposite yellow, orange is opposite red, and green is opposite blue. To give you like a lot of the stupid YouTube tutorials are like right apostrophe you, like none of that crap matters. Like don't even think about it in that way. It's just nerds trying to like invent some kind of like Tolkien language of elvish dwarf nonsense. It's very straightforward. The most important thing is just don't stress out about it. That's the bottom line. So what we're gonna do is, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make like a white daisy, I guess, which would be, I guess you have to explain this. So there's 6 sides, the 6 colors, and then there are these 2 colored bits, and then there's these 3 colored corner bits, right? So what you're trying to do is find the spot where each cube lives, whether it's a three edge bit or a 2 edge bit. So that's really all it is. So there's no really need to stress out. So one of the fun things to do is to just think in terms of solving the white daisy, so to speak. So what that would mean is you get these 4 bits white, right? So what you do is you just kind of like fumble around. And so you can kind of see if I twist it this way, then now I've got a white one right here. So I've got a white one right here, and I need to figure out how to get it to land on this side. So if I twist it once and then come right here, and it doesn't matter what 4, like where the 4 land. You just want to get the 4 bits up here, right? So here's a white one, and I need to figure out how to get it over here, right? So I'm gonna twist it, and then you can see it's, if I twist it up here, it's backwards, right? So I need to flip it around. So what I have to do is I have to get it to where now it's there, but I've gotta spin this so it'll show up here, right? So it's very simple, the concept of how to flip a color one way or the other. So this one is upside down, right? So if I pull it back halfway and spin it a quarter edge, then there it is. Now I've got a white daisy. It's not that complicated, right? We're not stressing out about it. So then what I want to do is I want to match these colors on the side here of the white bits to kind of line up with its center post, right? And so then it's like, hey, red is to red, and blue is to blue, and orange is to orange, and green is to green. Now this is actually kind of lucky. You can actually have it be wrong. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little algorithm to make it wrong, to show you what you would then do to undo it, right? So my little algorithm would be up, over, down, over, up, back twice, down. So now what I've done is I've messed it up to where red and green, blue and blue matches, red and orange and green matches. Like, oh, now I've messed it up, right? So it's like red and red, orange and blue, green and orange, blue and green. It's like, oh my God, I've totally messed this thing up, right? But it was right a second ago, so I did a little algorithm to make it wrong, right? So that's what I kind of want to show you is there's a way to kind of do it and undo it. So right now I've got orange and green match, but these two are opposite. So there's a little algorithm you can do to basically, these two are correct and these two are opposite. So I need to flip these two, right? So what you do is you do a little algorithm, I'll kind of show you. But you get the two correct corners, and they would be like in my right hand, okay? And then the two wrong corners would be like in my left hand, if I'm facing this doodad. And I basically would spin it up once, spin it over once, spin it down once, spin it over again, spin it up, back twice, down, and now I've flipped these two to where they all match. It's not that hard. It's like ridiculously not hard. So I sound so drunk right now. Anyway, there you go. So now I've got all four and they're correctly lined up with their home side, right? But so the next thing is, after my white daisy, I want this center bit to be white. Well, that's really easy because on the opposite side it's white. So I just take these, spin it around, right? And I take this and I spin it around. So those two are good. And then I take these two and I spin them around. I take this one, spin it around. And now I have a white cross, okay? I have a white cross that also has each of these center bits lined up. So we're really close to solving this first layer, okay? Now, what you can see is these corner bits have three colors: white, green, red, or blue, green, yellow, white, blue, red. So what you want to do is on the corners, you want to be able to say, hey, on the white side, I want this to be white and blue and orange. So I'd be looking for like a white and blue and orange corner, which is right here, right? White, blue, and orange. And I know that needs to live here. Well, there's a little simple algorithm to put it here. If you line it up in this corner opposite where you want it, then you do this up and over, down, and come back. Oops, it's not quite right. Up and over, down, and come back. Still not right. Up and over, down, and there it is, it's in the right spot. It's that easy. It's like ridiculous. So then you basically just find, so this is the red and blue corner. So I need to find red and blue. So it goes here, same thing. So I go up, over, down, back, up and over, down and back. Not there yet. Up and over, down and back. It's wrong. We just keep going. It'll twist around. And back, up and over, down, and there it is. That's it. It's not rocket science. This is like ridiculously simple for like, you know, just understanding the idea, right? So I've got a green and red. It's in the right corner right here, but it's flipped around. So all I have to do is just do up and over, down and back, up and over, down and back, and there it is, right? So now I've got these 3 corners solved. I got one more corner to solve, which is the orange and green, right? And I want to put it here. And so it's just up and over, down and back, and it's upside down, but we're gonna just do it again, and it'll basically fall in space, right? And we've got to do it one more time. And then, we gotta do it one more time. There it is. That's it. It's like it's not super complicated, right? People make it like really complicated, but now we've solved the bottom layer, right? And that's it, right? So now we get the center bits matched up with the second layer. And so now we have to solve these bits right here. So there's like another algorithm to solve these bits, okay? That's it. And it's like, hey, you know, you could go through the R apostrophe, U apostrophe, all that. Just forget all about that nonsense. I'll put a link to a really good tutorial. I know this isn't a great tutorial. I'm explaining why you shouldn't be intimidated by this thing. Like that's the point of this video. Maybe I'll go into each of the specific algorithm moves, like in more detail. But I just kind of wanted to go over solving it, you know, level by level or layer by layer. So, for example, this is blue and red. So it's correct on this side, but it's wrong on this side. So I need the blue and orange one right here, okay? Well, blue and orange is here above it, right? So what I need to do is match it up. So here's orange, but it needs to go here, right? So I've got to figure out how to get this one over here. And there's an algorithm for that, obviously. So if you want to move this here, it's a little unconventional in thinking, but you move it away, okay? Then I'm trying to move it here, right? So I go, I believe I'm right. So you go up and over, down and over, but then I've got to get this white bit fixed again, right? So that would be up and over and down and over. And then it should, I think I messed it up. I did, I got it, I sent it the wrong way. There you have it. So let's try it one more time. All right, so I'm trying to put it here. So I'm gonna go away, and I'm gonna try to put it here. So, see, I did it backwards. Right, and then boom, boom, boom. So that's how I, see, so even when you mess up, it's not that big of a deal. Just get it right the next time. That's the point. It's like you might make a mistake, who cares? So then I need a green and orange one here. I don't know if green and orange is trapped somewhere. So green and orange is trapped down here, right? But I need to put it all the way over here. So the first thing I have to do is I have to get this ejected out of this position and back up here so then I can move it over there, right? So let's figure out, over here I need red and blue. There it is. So there's red and blue. So I need to put red and blue here, and that'll pull this to here, right? So, like I said, we're trying to put it here. We move it away. We do a fun little algorithm. like that. And then we do another fun little algorithm to get the white bit fixed. And we've moved it. And now this doodad is up here. It's just like magic, right? Now this one goes here. So we move it away. We go up and over, down and return. And then we fix the white bit. And now just like that, it's there. It's like, oops, you're just looking at my bald head because I'm drunk. Oh well. Anyway, I'll see if I can figure this out as a really good educational tool. Yeah, maybe I won't share this video, but I wanted to go over the concept. I'll do this when I'm not drunk. It'll make a lot more sense. So I need to get red and green reversed, right? So it doesn't matter. I'll just pull out one of, it doesn't matter. I'll just pull it out here, right? And then I'll go this way. And now I've pulled out the green and red, and now I can replace it properly, where I'll go over here, and then I'll go here, and over, and then down and over. And now I've moved it, right? It's not rocket science, but now the second layer is all solved, okay? That makes sense? Okay, so then what you wanna do is you wanna fix the third layer, right? And it's like, okay, well, I need to make like one of those stupid crosses up here. And it's like, okay, now I gotta do a whole stupid cross up here. Well, let's figure it out. I've got a kind of an incorrect spot, whatever. So what you do is like a little algorithm where you unlock it, and then you do a little algorithm, and then you relock it. And now I've got a plus here, okay? And if I look, I've got orange to orange, blue to green, red to red, green to blue. And it's like, hey, that's not quite right. If I move red, I've got red to green, I've got blue to green, orange. That sucks. So I don't have it where it's matching anywhere. So what I need to do is I need to flip a couple of these doodads. So what I can do is I can do this algorithm where I can switch this one and this one, right? That's what I need to do. No, I don't. I need to switch this one and this one, red and blue, right? So I go up one, over, down one, over again, up, back two, and now I've switched to blue and red, okay? These, green and orange, are still messed up, but now that blue and red are fixed, I'll move them over here. I've got these two that I'm trying to fix and swap, right? It's the same thing. I go, what do? I go up and over, down, over again, up, back twice, and down. And now those two are fixed, and those two are fixed. So now I've got a plus that is correctly, so now I've just got these four corners to solve. It's just that easy, right? Now there's a little algorithm of like, how do I get all these four corners in the right place? Because it needs to be blue, red, and yellow. But it needs to be blue, red, and yellow with these in the correct place. So I need to get the blue, red, and yellow over here, right? So what I gotta do is, this one's correct, so we'll leave this in the lower right corner. So I'll go clockwise up, counterclockwise up, clockwise down, counterclockwise down. And then in theory, I should have gotten some of these in the correct spot. And I didn't really. This is still fine here because it kind of stays there. That's how the algorithm works. So let's try it one more time. Clockwise up, counterclockwise up, clockwise down, counterclockwise down. And now I've got orange, yellow, and green in the correct corner, blue, orange, and yellow in the correct corner, red, blue, and yellow in the correct corner, and green, red, and yellow in the correct corner. So now this is like almost solvable, okay? Now we've got this to where it's almost solvable. And you do a really simple algorithm for here. And so we're gonna start here, doesn't matter. So I'm gonna do an up and over, down and back, up and over, down and back. And now this corner is solved. So then I move the bottom over 190 degrees, right? And I go up and over, down and back, up and over, down and back. And that one's solved. And this all feels like really chaotic. This is where you really mess up. Go over one more turn, up and over, down and back, up and over, down and back, up and over, down and back, up and over, down and back. Okay, and then one final turn, and we got one more piece to solve basically. Up and over, down and back, up and over, down and back, up and over, down and back. Oh, don't give up. One more, up and over, down and back, and there you go. And that's it. It's not like, it isn't intimidating. Like, you have to just understand, like, so the algorithm to solve the bottom layer, the algorithm to solve the middle layer bits, and the algorithm to solve the top layer bits. Now, I can go over each layer and like specifically what those algorithms are, but really it's not, like, yes, there are geniuses who like solve it in 8 seconds, whatever. Like, that's not the point of it. The point of it is, can you focus to get through the methodology to go from chaos to clarity? That's really the point of it. Chaos to clarity. And if you can do it in about 5 to 7 minutes, it's a really great relaxing exercise. That's what it's for. So anyway, I hope this video helped. Maybe, I don't know if it did. I'm gonna continue drinking bourbon and enjoying the Dallas Stars beating the LA Kings tonight because they're up 4-0. But anyway, I wanted to kind of just make a video going through it, and I feel like I showed my bald spot a little too much, but still, I don't care, because I'm not gonna go Elon Musk and do a bunch of hair transplant stuff. Anyway, but if you have any questions, you can message me, I guess. I mean, maybe, whoever you are. But if you want to solve the Rubik's Cube, it's really straightforward. I might try to put if I can figure this out, I'll put the link to one of the YouTube videos that kind of explains the algorithms of solving. The thing is you don't have to go from white to yellow. You can go from red to orange. You can go from green to blue. It doesn't matter. You basically just want to solve this layer, then this layer. That's it. It's pretty straightforward, not intimidating. You're not a stupid person. You aren't an idiot. This is very, quite honestly, it's very rudimentary in terms of how it functions. It's very logical. It's just like once someone explains to you the logic, it should become a very pleasurable just exercise to harness your attention span. That's really all it is. Rather than doing TikTok or whatever it is, if you did this for 5 minutes or 7 minutes a day, it should improve. There's my dryer. It should improve your capacity for attention span. I think that's the purpose of it. So that being said, I'm going to jumble it all again and do it again, and be like, hey, oh my God. But it's funny because like you're hanging out with people and they'll either like mess it up and they think they're screwing with your day, or you mess it up and someone freaks out and they're like, oh my God, I'm so stressed out because look at that. What am I gonna do? And it's like, it's not that big of a deal. It's really cool, but it's like, it's nothing to stress out about. I mean, if you want to juggle 3 of them and solve them while you're juggling and be like that kind of a weirdo genius, like go for it, whatever, who cares? But, the point of it is really an attention span exercise. Can you keep track of your spatial awareness? It's pretty cool. I love it. I'm really glad I kind of tackled it, because for a lot of years of my life, I mean, I had a little one when I was a kid, and I broke it apart to try and solve it because I just pulled it all apart because I couldn't figure it out because I was a kid and no one explained to me the logic of it. But once you understand the logic of it, it's not really that complex. All right, peace.